Everyone, members of two families sit in the same courtroom for a murder trial, but they are a world away. The trial began today for Daniel French. He is accused of killing 87-year-old Barbara Howe.
Howe's body was found stuffed in the trunk of her car in a Middletown apartment complex in 2012, days after she disappeared from her Monroe retirement community. Local 12's Larry Davis was in the courtroom today, and he joins us live with more on what the jury has heard so far. Larry.
Hi, Paula. It took 2.5 days to pick a jury, and late this afternoon, those jurors heard their first testimony. It came from the executive director of the Monroe Retirement Facility where Barbara Howe lived, and also from the elderly neighbor who had dinner with Howe just hours before prosecutors say she died. Now, prior to that, both sides mapped out their cases to the jurors in their opening statements. Daniel French could get the death penalty if found guilty of 2 counts of aggravated murder. In his opening statement to the jury, prosecutor Mike Moser described how under the ruse of being a maintenance man, he gained entry to Barbara Howe's home. Moser says that French robbed her, shot her with a stun gun, and later slit her throat. He says the coroner ruled Howe bled to death. Prosecutors say that French put her body in the trunk of her car, which was found behind a Middletown apartment complex.
They also moved her back, pulled her back, and found at that time that she had severe gashes ear to ear across her throat. Now, needless to say, and I don't make light of this, she was dead. Now, at that point, this became a homicide investigation immediately.
During his opening statement to the jury, defense attorney Lawrence Hawkins denied his client acted with prior calculation. He says French only intended to rob Barbara Howe, not kill her.
Evidence will show that when Daniel went to Mrs. Howe's home, he went there for the purpose of committing a theft offense, not to kill.
And also relatives and friends of Barbara Howe in that courtroom, as are some people on behalf of Daniel French. Now, testimony resumes in the morning here in Butler County, and that testimony and the trial could last up to 3 weeks. Live in Hamilton, Larry Davis, Local 12 News. Paula, back to you.
It is just chilling thinking of what they have to listen to, that family. Thank you, Larry. Barbara Howe had 3 daughters. Family members say her death continues to be extremely hard on the entire family, as you can imagine.